Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fall River Media. I'm your host, Dave Mead, um, uh, Fall River Media, and tonight I want to talk about something here. I just put it. I just actually just put it up, and a killer post Norman Porter died while in medical parole, and Massachusetts Parole Board confirmed. So I don't know what happened there. The guy just died in prison, I guess. Massachusetts law is going into effect in 2024, and I just want to let you know that at the end of January, the minimum wage is going up to 16.25 an hour. So it's going up. That's how it's going. 16.25 an hour, and then later 260 more per child in Massachusetts in 2024, which is good. Okay, $260 more per child in Massachusetts in 2024. And the $1 billion tax relief bill under the current Haley Driscoll administration will provide some higher tax returns to many families in Massachusetts. Governor Moore Haley D. signed a historic bill into law on October 4th, 2023. So we're going to see a high tax bill. So the state child tax credit is increasing in 2023 and for 2024. Families expecting tax returns made for tax year in 2023 sent in 2024 will see 130 per child under the 13th and 260 more per child in tax year in 2024 sent in 2025. The new child and dependent tax credit will help families by providing tax year in 2024 sent in 2025. The new child and dependent tax credit will help families by providing refundable credit each year for each child under 13 and depends on the adult over 65 years of age while on disability. The new credit simplifies extending benefits and removing the extending penalties for larger families. For the credit will be $310 per dependent on 2023 and $440 per independent in 2024. And the value of the credit is not adjusted for inflation. So the federal tax credit remains unchanged. Current federal tax credit, any child under 17 remaining at $2,000 per child. You start filing your 23's tax returns. Normally get many money back, but every year since I claim zero dependents, so I like to file right away. The IRS estimating starting in January 18th, you can begin filing, which is a few days earlier than previous years. Federal income tax returns in 2023 are due by April 15th, 2024, October 15th, and 2024. With a tax extension, there are 7 tax rates: 10%, 12%, 22%, 24%, 32%, 35%, and 37% income threshold for the 2023 tax rate, where a just and 65 a just officially up about 7% from the 2022 due to records high inflations, but this means that the same people might be in a lower tax bracket that they were previously. The increase in Massachusetts state child tax credit is allowing about $565 for families is to benefit from the most liberal in the country. That is great. Wow, awesome. I mean, that's what's in the news. That's what's going on. But like I said, we have the minimum wage is going up in January, so it's going up to $16.25. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And and when you actually see minimum wage go up, that means say most people don't agree with it, but to me, I see it. You know what I'm saying? When the increase in the rents go up, when the increase in the minimum wage like that, okay. So that means rents go up again. Food prices go up again. You know what I'm saying? So some people don't want to hear that, but I mean that is reality. You know what I'm saying? So that is reality, and let me tell you, that is reality. You know what I'm saying? It's reality. You know what I'm saying? You got to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Accept the fact that things are gonna go up before they go down. You know what I'm saying? So $16.25 an hour. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And some people just don't want to hear that. But I'm sorry, but that is the truth. Okay, that is the truth. The truth is that you're gonna face high prices in food. Rents are gonna go up and everything. So that's what you're gonna face. You gotta face the truth. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what I wasn't intending to talk about today. But I might as well just actually put that out there now, so that way that way you're looking forward. So again, free buses are coming up next week, and then we're gonna have Sunday buses to follow. So I'm encouraging everyone to take the buses on a Sunday when they come. Please pack them buses, man. Because how you doing, Jared? Let's see what Jared has to say today. Let's see what Jared has to say today. Okay, let me take off these glasses and put on the other ones because I can't see those small words. Let's see here. It's pretty simple. Just make the owners of the empty stores fronts and cleaning them up and taking them down something like that in the words. But yeah, it is pretty simple. Okay, sometimes we have to you got to make the store owners also clean up the stores too as well. Because I saw something basically on Facebook that they're gonna revitalize the FLINT. They're gonna fix the FLINT up. So I mean, what they basically, if they're gonna come up here and fix the FLINT up, what they basically need to do, okay, first off, okay, all the storefronts, all the empty restaurants, all the empty storefronts, clean it up, clean it out, renovate them, and and rent them out, because I think we have basically, I'll tell you what, we have basically nothing up here in the FLINT area, so that's why I said just basically clean it out, you know what I'm saying, and fix them up nice, and rent them out, you know what I'm saying, so that way we can have nice things up here in the FLINT. Okay? But I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna they're gonna do a makeover of something here in the FLINT. So, which is good. I mean, hey, if you're gonna do a makeover here in the FLINT, that's actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is. I mean, I think it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think it is. I mean, having a makeover in the FLINT, but I mean, I kind of like really saw that what was going to go on in the FLINT, and still, I mean, also we do need cameras in the parks. I mean, the Tot Lot Park here on Massasoit Street, we do need cameras over there. And just want to let you know that the guy there that was in drink update on the guy that was doing the wrong way on the Memorial Bridge and injured and killed people while drinking and driving. He was in court, I think, last week, and he hasn't been sentenced yet. So I'm waiting for that to come. So as soon as that comes, I'll keep everybody updated on that. Just to keep in mind, during nice days, I was thinking about around after New Year's, start taking my talk show outside in the community with my table, and put my table there, and put 2 chairs and a couple of chairs up in front where people can come and listen, and listen to what people have to say and talk about what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, actually thinking about doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know yet, but I mean, I thought about it, and so that way I'll have my table in the front. I'll have 2 chairs, one for my guests and one for myself. And do whatever, and just do like the other talk shows do. You know what I'm saying? Because they bring it out there, and and make themselves known. You know what I'm saying? Into the community, so that way we have some, entertainment, some fun. You know what I'm saying? So out there in the community, instead of having negative stuff, we want to create positive stuff. You know what I'm saying, in the community. So that's what's on my mind, and that's what I'm intent to do. And maybe in the future, I might just make up some T-shirts saying Fall River Media News on it with my telephone number, and and sell them. You know what I'm saying? And sell them. So that way you can support my show. I can support my show and everything, and then I can also support other things too. Like a charity, somebody, a child with autism. You know what I'm saying? I can support charity. You know what I'm saying? And so that way, you know, it's my show kid, so I can start putting what do you call it, commercials on my show and everything. And I want to make my show successful, and I do. You know what I'm saying? A successful show means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It does. It means a lot to me, and that's that's what I'm intent to do. Um, but anyways, getting back to what I was actually talking about. Well, I'm not gonna say a name right now. But on Monday at 6, I'm gonna have a special guest on my show, and I'm gonna have a special guest on my show on Monday at 6 o'clock. So I'm gonna leave that at that, and I'm gonna move on to something else. So let me see here. Let's see here. What else is going on here? Let's see what's going on here on. Oh, jeez. I mean, there's a lot of things going on here now. Here, so who would you support the bill that the blast of the FBI and IRS means? Wow. Yes or no? Actually, you know what? I do not support the. I do not support the FBI. Okay, I don't. Donald Trump breaking news. Biden supporters are saying that we will leave the United States if Donald Trump is elected president in 2024. Well, I mean, that's up. You know what? We don't tell people what to do. Okay, we don't tell people. We don't hold people hostage. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to stay, you can stay. If you want to leave, that's up to you. I mean, we don't tell people what to do. So we don't. So we don't tell people what to do. So I mean, if you wanna leave, then you can leave. If you wanna stay, then you can stay. We don't tell people what to do. That's not our job. I mean, you have the First Amendment right. So, but let me see here. In 2008, Mark Zuckerberg becomes a billionaire. In 2009, Mark Zuckerberg does not build a bunker. In 2010, Mark Zuckerberg does not build a bunker. In 2011, Mark Zuckerberg does not build a bunker. In 2012, Mark Zuckerberg does not build a bunker. 2013, Mark Zuckerberg does not build a bunker. So let me see here. 24, 17, 16. Well, that's Mark Zuckerberg right there. You know what I'm saying? Big, huge smile on his face. I mean, it's he's kind of character. Matt Walsh. Donald Trump could be banned from talking about it. Yeah. I am using habit harvest so my family can outlast the first wave. It's important to have quality, proper food so you can mentally strong enough to face the after society. I made a link with this, and so you can get discounts if you want to do the same. So, I mean, guy's talking about the guy's actually basically talking about doing something like a farm or something, Speaker Johnson just made an emergency 12K match. Let's see, it's a breaking news here. Let me see what the speaker had to say. Oh, breaking news is the Speaker Johnson just got Gusty target off raising $1 million before the end of the year. Wow, good job. But as of today, we are only reached 21% of the goal, David. There are only a couple of days before the 2024 House Republican headquarters activate the emergency 12K match that makes sure we crush the speaker goal. Well, we want 100,000 is the end of the year goal. So that's pretty much said. That's a breaking news right there. So Ed Smith, LA bunkers are like ducking under attack by thinking you will be protected. World of finance. George Soros even admitted that he don't care about the social consequences of his doing. So George Soros, okay, does not really care about what he does. Okay. So in other words, what he's saying is that, you know what, he's going to do it. He's going to do whatever he wants. It's okay for him to do whatever he thinks is right. So that's George Soros for you. Okay. I mean, wow. They cannot build bunkers, but they are not going to escape. Justice is coming. Well, guess what? You know what? Zuckerberg, George Soros, you guys are gonna face justice, okay, in American way. So I mean, you guys are going to. That's what's coming down. Okay, Zuckerberg, okay, and George Soros, they're all going to face justice when it comes to them. Okay, so it is, because I mean, because I think with them, them are the ones right now that are them too. Okay, them too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with all this, Michelle Murdoch. When this is going to end, the world is coming. I am ready to meet God and to judge, to be judged for my life. Here, I need no bunkers to survive of any of these who do survive. I won't have the world they desire to be part of any longer, but their money will be worth nothing, and their bunkers will protect them, but no matter. No news or awards showing, no people sell to know nothing, not the world I want to be part of I'll take in life over the, yeah. Well, let me tell you something. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's no need, okay, for people to keep fighting back and forth. Not such an easy fact to escape when you have young kids. I am going to start preparing any practical advice on how to do so would be appreciated. Great, I mean, it's Aston Westmore. Oh my God, these people, man. He's to be better off building it in mountains, but Idaho, Hawaii, Castelline changes more often due to being on a volcanic ground. Maybe he'll build it, habit it, and the volcano will erupt and bury it under the bottom of the ocean. Also, bunkers, busters, and quickly make bunkers obsolete. Well, I'm done with Twitter right now. I'm going to Truth Social, and I'm going to I'm going to Truth Social right now, and I'm gonna see what's going on over there. And that neck of the woods, Truth Social. Going live tunes, and having your questions ready. I'll be talking to them from live streaming. Okay, Donald Trump Jr. Yes, he's standing by his dad. That's good. Let me be clear. We are not letting the swamp keep the status quo. And this Harley Hail Mary isn't happening. 6 p.m. Eastern, Rumble. Take your questions live. That'll be Donald Trump Jr. No more swamp status. Whatever I am, there will be no communist country. Yeah, so, I mean, breaking news. Even everything is told you about the Spanish Civil War was a lie. Francisco saved Spain and fought for Christ. Of the Revolution 3, the last Crusher-side. Never heard of that one, but I mean, okay. But funny how they always leave out the French Revolution, execute priests and nuns. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I mean, when you're executing priests and nuns. So, but this is not what I want to get into right now. I just wanted to kind of like really start off the show that, Greg. My wife is amazing, man, on this. She's got some kind of a drawer in her wrap, and this is what she does. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. The house, the water. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love how she does things. Same thing here with this one here. 2 kids on a scooter. Looks like a scooter or a bike. I would say it's a scooter. And pretty good. I like that drawing with the butterflies and everything. And paper airplane. Yeah, it's awesome. Fall River saw real estate development booming in 2023. What on the horizon for 2024? Well, look at this. Let me see the Herald News. I can read that right out. Oh, I can't read that right out of the Herald News. Oh, yeah, I can. Fall River saw a real estate developer booming in 2023. So what on horizon for 2024? Well, Fall River City saw stunning booming in planning and production for market rate housing in the 2023, but plenty of new housing stocks are coming online in the coming year. And with all the developments is coming in millions of dollars investments in Fall River. Market rate housing that does not work here and does not work here. So I mean, the Herald News, okay, the Fall River Herald News by Joe Good. I mean, we don't need more. We don't need no more market rate housing. Okay, I mean, what we need is the affordable housing. That's what we need. So from the new construction and revitalization of the former mill church and school of Fall River could see more than 200 new units in housing is to meet a growing demand, not mentioning the sales and renovation extending multiple family homes. Developers are some creating housing in the city for the first time cities and reasons why they attack Fall River, like South Coast Rail, MBTA, commuters train services to Boston, which is now scheduled to begin next summer, and the development of the city and waterfront could included the massive Route 79 restructuring project, which will open about 19 access developers and land along the Taunton River. Here is the look back at some of the housing projects that the Herald News reported on 2023. For real estate boom, over 2,000 markets rate apartments are in the pipeline. We don't need no more market rate housing. Okay? We don't need no more market rate housing. Because you know what? I understand Mayor Paul Coogan, all this is going by banks. Okay? All this stuff is going by banks. You know what I'm saying? And and having all this stuff by banks, okay? I mean, you're only driving the rents up higher, okay? Doesn't it seem like they're only driving the rents up higher? Okay, the rents are being driven up even higher. You're driving more people out of their apartment, and I've been saying this ever since this started. Okay, I've been saying it. Okay, all they're doing is kicking the can down the road. Okay, and the can is bouncing back up again. So that's all they're doing is kicking that can down the road. Okay, spending money, doing this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's all this guy is doing. Okay, and let me tell you something. Mayor Paul Coogan doesn't care about you. All he cares about is himself. Okay, himself and whatever money he could make, to support Fall River. Okay, so that's how Paul Coogan does. Okay, no other mayor would do that. Okay, no other mayor would do that. Okay. Like Flanagan, when Flanagan was mayor, Flanagan was always out and about, okay? Coogan's never out and about. The only time he's out and about, okay, is when there's a photo op somewhere, okay? That's the only time. You'll probably see him at a park, at an event, when there's events or any type of events, any type of parade or whatever. Mayor Paul Coogan, you don't see him coming out and say, hey, what should we do? You know what I'm saying? What can we do? Do you guys have any idea on what can we do? So Mayor Paul Coogan doesn't do that. Okay, all they want is to take these mills and make them out of market rate housing, and that's all that they're planning on doing. Okay, so instead of taking them mills and just renovate them and just make homeless shelters out of them for people to live in. Okay? At least one of them anyways. Okay? It doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. That's what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Make homeless shelters. So we're still going to keep with this homeless crisis now in 2024. So in 2024, we're still going to have a homeless crisis, right? That's what we're going to have. Okay? Because, you know what? Because Mayor Paul Coogan does not want to talk about the homeless. He wants to talk about what he can do for himself, okay, before he deals with the homeless crisis that we have here in Fall River. I can understand that, there's people out there, but there's also people out there in the community and that needs help. And there they are talking about cutting police and cutting fire, right? So, I mean, when you cut police and you cut fire, let me tell you something. This city is going to go crazy because, you know why? Because they're going to look and say, hey, now, we ain't got enough police, we ain't got enough fire. Guess what's going to happen? There's going to be more fires, okay, and more crime here in the city of Fall River, okay? If you cut it, okay? That's what they're talking about, okay? They're talking about cutting, okay? And this was already said on CJ and Chip's, show already, okay? There's going to be fire and police cut, okay? You know what I'm saying? And you know something? When they have that, you're going to see the issues that you're going to have here in the city of Fall River, okay? The issues, okay? They have money, okay? Mayor Paul Coogan is not, the guy to handle money, okay? They're careless. They're careless with they were careless with the COVID money, okay, that they had, okay? I mean, they see more money, they spend it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, so just say you had $200 billion, okay, and they saved up and saved up. Okay, well, what are you gonna do with $200 billion? Okay, you're gonna either go crazy with it, okay? You're either gonna go crazy with it, or you're just gonna actually just spend it how you want to spend it. Yeah. So yeah, but you know what? Let me tell you this. Okay, no, hey, Joe Biden's not my buddy. Okay, Joe's not my buddy. Okay, at all. Okay, yeah. So yes, he is pumping billions into Ukraine instead of protecting our borders and the housing and our homeless. That is true. Okay, yes, he is pumping billions in Ukraine, right? Of course he is, and you're right, and I agree. Okay, and I do agree. He is pumping billions of dollars in Ukraine. So why is he pumping billions of dollars in there when he should be pumping millions of dollars over here towards America to help the homeless people? That that the homeless crisis that's going on around the world, right? Hey, you know what? Like I said, my talk show, I talk about this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But yes, pumping, okay, billions of dollars in Ukraine instead of protecting our borders and the housing and our homeless people. So you're right. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you more because but also the mayor of the city of Fall River too should be pumping money out here too instead of pumping money into market rate housing. So the mayor should be pumping money into the homeless crisis too over here. Okay, not only Joe, but they should be pumping money here. He should be doing the same. Okay, right here too. Okay, instead of pumping money, see, Mayor Paul Coogan is pumping money into market rate housing instead of affordable housing. So that's what he's doing. Okay, I mean, and I mean that's important. And then all of a sudden they are talking about come on, you know what I'm saying? They are talking about cutting our public safety. Okay, our public safety is going to be cut. Our fire is going to be cut. Okay, it's going to be chaos here in the city. Okay, chaos. Okay, like that is now already chaos here now in the city of Fall River. Okay, I mean, how come? But how come how come now they want to cut out our police and fire, right? They're cutting out police and fire, okay? But Mayor and Joe Biden, okay, he's pumping money one way, and Mayor Coogan is pumping money the other way. Instead of pumping money in for the homeless crisis, Joe is pumping money, okay, into billions into Ukraine, okay, and Mayor Paul Coogan, okay, is also pumping money into market rate housing instead of affordable housing, okay. So how much affordable housing do we need in Fall River? Well, we do need affordable housing for the people, okay, that for the working people that work part-time, that cannot afford high rent. That's why we do need affordable housing here, okay, all right? People like us, okay, people like the working people that work part-time, they can't afford, okay, they cannot afford, okay, what do you call it, market rate housing. Come on, okay, I mean, it's ridiculous already, okay? It is. It's a sad thing because, again, you got Joe Biden pumping billions into Ukraine, and then you got Mayor Paul Coogan pumping money, taking our taxes and building market rate housing for it, okay? I understand he's got to work with the banks, okay? But you know something? He can tell the banks and say, hey, look, you know something? These mills are making them out of affordable housing instead of market rate housing, okay? It's sad for Fall River, okay? Because we got a mayor that does not know how to be a mayor in the city of Fall River. He does not know how to handle things, okay? He mismanages money, okay? Our tax money, okay? This guy, okay? Let me tell you something, okay? The mayor of the city of Fall River, he don't pay taxes, okay? He don't pay water bill, okay? He don't pay nothing for the house that he lives in, okay? He's living tax-free, okay? All right? Water bill free. He doesn't pay nothing because he's the mayor of the city of Fall River, okay? He doesn't pay a dime, okay? For what I understand, okay? And don't tell me because I hear a lot that goes on outside, believe it or not. Well, you're right. Let me tell you something. Let me see this. Yeah, the money is being spent on market rate housing and is being spent by private developers. Okay? Private developers. Okay? So why is he hiring private developers? Okay? So these are private people. Okay? Why can't he hire companies? Okay? Companies. So why is he hiring private developers? How come he cannot hire companies? Why does it have to be so private? Okay? So what are these people are hiding? Private. That's all I've been hearing. Private. Okay? All right? You know something? And when you're doing that, okay, there is something shady going on in that government center, and I will find out. Okay? All right? And, it's sad. It is. It's horrible. Okay? It is. It's horrible. Okay? Sorry. I'm not sorry I'm saying it, but it's horrible. Okay? That's not what I'm talking about. But, I mean, all that money, okay, but look at it. Look at it. First off, you just said money is being spent on market rate housing, right? The housing is being spent on private developers. Why have private developers? That's what I'm saying. Why have private developers? Okay? And why can't you just hire somebody? Somebody here from our city that could use the money. Yeah. And how come, okay, listen, and how come, okay, they don't want any media, okay, in a city hall to record all these things. Why? And they haven't closed, behind closed doors and talk about these things. But anyways, you know. So the project is called the FLINT Mills and overwhelming mills and respectively, where grants the liability and to create up to 805 new market rate apartments. So there's more mills, okay, right now. Private developers are investing their own money, but in the city, but not tax money. They are not hiring by Paul Coogan. So all right, if they're not hiring by Paul Coogan, so why is Paul Coogan involved with this then? Why Paul Coogan is working with banks? Okay, Paul Coogan is working with banks. Come on, I mean, Paul Coogan is not involved with this, but he's working with banks. Okay, so and you have to you have to actually take the money. You have to actually go and see the city council, see the mayor, and everything else if you want to purchase a mill. Am I right? So I mean, yeah. So there is things going by Paul Coogan. So yeah, there is, and it's. That they always kick the can down the road, and the can gets kicked right back. If the private developers did not buy and renovate mills on Alden Street, the building would still be empty on rat infested. You know something? They could have renovated the mill, okay, and put a business in there, okay. Put a business in there, okay? A business. Instead of making market rate housing out of it, put a business in there. That's how they should have done it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how they should have done it, okay? Because it's not, I mean, market, what it does is it only drives more people out of their homes, okay? And we only have more homeless people. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I've been around too long to know what's going on here in the city of Fall River. Okay, I've been involved with this for a very long time, and I know what is going on. Okay, so you're gonna take a mill instead of renovate and put for homeless or put a business in there. You're gonna renovate it just for apartments, right? You're gonna renovate it for apartments. Right, and make money off of it. Okay, we're not profiting in anything. The mayor and the city and the mayor the mayor and these private developers are profiting off of everything. Are you kidding me? Really? Yeah. I mean, how dumb you think and stupid I am? I'm not. So I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna be over here and say, hey, well, private developers is not by private investors. Who is going to pay to renovate the mills and the homeless? And well, you know something? It's good to invest some of our money. Okay, it's good to invest. Okay, you know something? Yes, I would invest. Okay. For the homeless people, okay? You know something? Yeah, I would, okay? I would invest some of my tax money for the homeless people because you know what? Yes. Okay? And and renovate a mill just for them to sleep in. Okay? Yes. Okay? You know something? That is a good investment. Okay? That is a good investment. Okay? That is good. Okay? Because you got homeless people sleeping out on the street. They're sleeping out on the sidewalk by the park and everything else over there. Come on. Really? I mean, and just not long ago, I was at St. Anne's Hospital. I was talking to a veteran, and you know what he told me? Huh? You know what he told me? He says, I was sleeping on a sidewalk, and my legs were stiff and everything. A homeless veteran, okay? A homeless veteran sleeping on the sidewalk. And he was at St. Anne's Hospital, and he had the chills. His legs were numb, and his arms were numbed and everything else. Okay? And all Paul Coogan does is worry about market rate housing. Just for him and his pockets and his cronies. Okay? Yes, I am angry. Yes, I am upset. Okay? You know what? And I am going to hold him accountable. Okay? Yes. Okay? It's pretty sad that all this has to, come out like this. Okay? Everyone talked about Jazel. Okay? Everyone. They talked about Jazel being a thief, being a crook, and all this. What do you think Mayor Paul Coogan's doing? Are you serious? Wonderful. Great job. Not. But you know what? No, and from now on, maybe I'm going to stop mixing it up and politics and talk about other things. Because, I mean, nobody cares to hear, they only want to hear what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically how it works here in the city of Fall River. How are you going to hold Paul Coogan accountable? I am holding him accountable. Oh, yes, I'm holding him accountable. Yep. Because, you know what? Because he's only benefiting his own pockets. Okay? His own pockets. Okay? Yes. And he's only benefiting his own pockets. So I'm holding him accountable for that. Okay? Because we should be helping our people. Okay? We should be helping the homeless. We have a homeless crisis. Okay? And this has been going on for a very long time. Okay? This has been going on for a long time. Okay? Homeless crisis. We have a homeless crisis. Okay? And this has been going on for a long time. I mean, how long we are going to how long are we going to push the homeless and the homeless veterans aside? How long we're going to do it? You can't keep doing it. No, you can't keep doing it. Okay, you can't keep doing it. The rents are so high, you can't keep doing it. You even told me yourself that the rents were too high. But you know what? I'm not going to say how much you told me, but you even told me yourself how much you pay and how much you previously paid beforehand. I'm not going to go there with that. Okay? It's pretty sad that we have to keep putting it out there and say, hey, homeless first, homeless people, homeless veterans. These people got to come first. Yeah. Yeah, all these incumbent politicians were reelected, and two new city councilors, Hart and Ponte, former city councilor. Yeah, but I mean, even him. Okay, I don't know. I mean, Ponte's a real estate. You know what I'm saying? So Cliff is a real estater, but I mean, I don't know what his his preferences in all this. People do keep voting for the same politicians all the time. Every time. You know what I'm saying? Look mayor and city council, what a bad turnout that was. Okay? It was a bad turnout. Okay? Hart is one of the new city councilors, and he also was a school committee too. Well, you know what? I mean, I'm not gonna say Ponte's a bad person, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? Ponte's a good person. Okay, he owns a real estate. You know what I'm saying? On that note, You know what I'm saying? He's been successful. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look what he did. Almax Diner on the go, and plus he has what do you call it there going there too there. Almax down North Main Street. But you know what? I'm glad that they can't do nothing with the former Bank Street Armory. I'm glad that D stepped in the way with that. I'm really happy with that. Uh, I mean it's kind of. Let me see here. Oh, news break. Journey is bringing many things and new tax dollars on Social Security, COLA, dogs up down, and strategies. And sure, you own resolution and hope for the new year if you are a Medicare recipient, and there are even more changes that automatically kick in with the start to a new year. These are changes are ranging from increasing overages to lower prices and higher premiums within a new year starting up, and do not want to be caught off guard by these changes, and you definitely don't want to be missed out on what is Medicare plans has to offer. Keep in mind to that we're in an election year, and so there is sure to be a lot of chatter about what is the candidates are saying. They don't with the Medicare and Social Security. So yeah, so it's kind of uh, you know um, uh, hold on. Yeah, so I mean it's kind of yeah. No, I mean I'm going to but market rate housing is we should be putting on people first, but that's not what I wanted to actually I really wanted to do today. I was just really want to because I know the Flint's going to be picked up at some point. But if anybody else has anything for me, maybe Ponte will give a house to the homeless. I hope so. Hey, that'd be great and nice. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know. So that would be great and nice. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, Albert saying she is a congressional district for the 2024. Let me see what's going on with this. Albert saying she is switching the congressional district for the 2024 election. Movement will put her in a safe Republican seat. Oh, oh wow, yeah, put her in a safe Republican seat. That's pretty good. So let me see. Abbott saying that she is switching to a congressional district for the 2024 election. Is moving well, putting her in a safe Republican seat. Good. Let's see. Let's see what because I think she's got a video right here. Yes. Terrible. Talking about Laura. Yes. Well, I mean, she's gonna move over to another one, but it's gonna be a one. There's gonna be a seat that's open. So Robert says she is switching congressional districts for the 2024 election, and moving will put her in a safe Republican. Well, we'll see, because now there's going to be in that district there's going to be a seat open, because she's moving into another district and she's going to run in that district. So I don't know. Like I said, we'll see. We'll actually see how that plays out. I'm saying, I don't know. I'm confused. I'm saying, so following in the U.S. Representative Barrett, Republican Colo, a member of the House Freedom Cause, speaker during the new conference on Capitol Hill, July 14th, 2023, Washington. Barrett was kicked out of the Beat Justice show in Denver on Sunday, September 10th, according to security footage by photos. Patrick Simiski, something like that, filed that. Update on 9:09 p.m. Wednesday, December 27, 2020. Republican Representative Laura announced Wednesday night that she will run for a different congressional district next year. The two-term representative said she will not seek re-election in the third term in congressional district, but rather will set her sights on the other side of the state, Colorado, on the 4th congressional district. Today, I am announcing my candidacy for the 2024 Republican nominee to represent Colorado 4th congressional district, she said in a Facebook video. It's the right move for me personally, and it's the right decision for those who support our conservative movement. Yeah, made it for you for free. She said she didn't come to the decision easily. A lot of prayers and a lot of thought, conversations, and a lot of perspective having convinced me this is the best way. I cannot continue to fight for Colorado. Best B. Burt said. B. Burt said she will moving to the 4th district in the upcoming year while still representing the western slot and southeastern Colorado for the remainder of her term. Under federal law, a representative does not have to leave within the boundaries of their district. No, she doesn't. She doesn't have to leave in the boundaries of her district. She's a conservative, and she's also a representative. She's a conservative and also Republican. You know what I'm saying? So she supports the Republican Party. So sure about them will be the less confused. No, I don't think so. Scott, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You're a Democrat on a roll or whatever, but I'm a conservative. You know what I'm saying? So, and I respect your opinions. I respect everybody's opinions. I'm not gonna get into a boxing match with anybody. So, I only read out, report what I see. You know what I'm saying? So, it's so the Cook and Political Report. Rat Barrett's race is tossed up for this summer in the light of French strong, frustrating, and facts that she has not moderate her image after her closing call last fall. But the race is moved to Lynn Republicans after Barrett announcements on Wednesday. Barrett is out of the race, and the third it will likely be tossing match for whichever the Democrats win and nominee. Still in the statement by freshman by remaining positive about changes of day one in the race. Well, I don't know. It's for what I'm hearing here, it's a toss up. Okay, it's a toss up. Barrett's moving to Colorado for the 4th district, but running those next year will still be the representative of the 3rd district. So that is going on with her right now, and she is not granted to win that district. Well, I'm not gonna count my chickens before they hatch, and I'm not gonna count her chickens before they hatch. And she'll probably win that district, so you never know. So she's actually a Republican, and she's also a conservative. So she will, because half of Colorado is a Republican. It's a Republican. It's Republican too. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not gonna get into a match with that. You know what I'm saying? So a boxing match with that. I'm gonna save that for. I talked about it a little bit, but I'm gonna save that for another time. The election's not even here; it's almost here. So she is not strong enough to be at the Democratic challenge in her current district. I don't know yet. I would have to do some more research on that. So Scott, I'm gonna leave that alone for now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave that alone. and I'm going to save that. I'm going to put that in my notes. I'm going to save that for another time. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to have time because it's 7:30 and I have to work tomorrow. So let's talk about something else. What's going on here? But but like I said, the political hats is Maine Secretary of State Shannon Blow. So I mean, look at it, and yeah. So and that does and that too. So, but let me see here. Let me see if I have anything more to talk about here. Uh, Here we go. I got something here to talk about. What's out here? Let's see here. Federal judge is making ruling on major implications for the 2024 election, for the presidential election. So, again, there is going to be it's going to be between Joe and Donald Trump in that sense. So, the federal judge is making a ruling on major implications for the 2024 presidential election. Breaking news: the judges issue a ruling on mail-in ballots and ahead of 2024 election is actually coming up. So, the judge is going to make a ruling on that, and I will be following up on them rulings. When the judge, when the Supreme Court makes those rulings. Because, like I said, we shouldn't even have those mail-in ballots. Okay, people should just get out there to the polls and start voting at the polls. I mean, that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So it's my opinion. I love my opinion. So if anybody else has an opinion on it, I'd like to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think? Should we have in-mail ballots? Or should we not have in-mail ballots? Should people get out there in the polls and vote? That's my question. And then my other question: should people have people show ID, have voter ID? To when they go to the polls, they should pull out their IDs and show IDs to the people. You know what I'm saying? And so that way they know who they are. Okay. Let me see some ID, and okay, all right, so you're so-and-so, good, yes. So, we need, we need voter ID, we need people to get out there to get out there and vote, to get out there and vote, no more mail-in ballots, because that makes people not want to go out there and vote. So we need people to get out there and vote. But maybe other people might have a different opinion on that. So let's see what opinions that we have here. So other people might have. So I got to take it in consideration. So, all right, James, go right ahead. You're right. You're right on it. You're right on top of it. Go ahead.
Hello.
Speak your mind.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Hey, what's up? But I was actually just reading your thing just now over here, and the RFK Jr. is running as an independent, but he has just got on a ballot access, and on the oath of wouldn't be surprised if he gets a ballot access for the state, and yes, and we need mail-in ballots. But I mean, like I told you before, James. I respect your opinions, just like you respect mine. But I mean, again, those mail-in ballots, is causing a conflict between, it's causing a conflict. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, it's so funny people are saying that now, but there hasn't been any problems with that before. So that's actually really funny you mentioned that. And, and also for mail-in ballots, what if people can't get to the polls? I mean, what if they're stuck at home for some reason?
Okay,
Hold on, I wasn't finished. So there's that. And plus, what if people have work that day? That in the election day, what if people have to work and they can't make it to the polls?
Well, I mean, that's why they say sometimes the polls close, at 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they say the polls close at 9.
Hold on. That's not answering my.
Well,
No, that's not answering my question. I was just saying, like, yeah. Well, I was just saying. Well, I mean, look, some people just can't make it to the polls. They might be stuck at work. They might get sick. So, look, I mean, for those reasons alone, that's why mail-in ballots still need to be a thing. And like I said earlier, it's so funny we have problems with them now, but that's never been an issue until like 3 years ago.
well, this is why we have early votings. You know what I'm saying? So Scott Allen Donnelly just came up with
Hold on, huh?
Scott Allen Donnelly just came up with something. He says that's why they have early voting.
Yeah. There's also early voting too. Yeah.
So there's early voting there too, so they can go and vote early, and then that way they don't have to worry about it, and they can just stay working. And but what I was thinking, I just came up with something. Maybe they can use it for the elderly because the elderly cannot get out sometimes. Sometimes, ones that are accessing a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Ones that.
Well, that was kind of what I was already saying with people who actually can't physically make it to the polling station. That was kind of my point for the mail-in ballots. Like, there's some people who just can't legitimately make it there. So no, we can't take those voting rights away from those people.
Okay, we
need mail-in ballots.
So Scott Allen Donnelly said we have absentee ballots.
Well, yeah, absentee ballots has been a thing for a while.
So we can keep the absentee ballots for them. You know what I'm saying?
But no, we can't get rid of mail-in ballots. It's actually pretty unconstitutional, in my opinion, to get rid of them.
I mean,
that would be unconstitutional. That would violate so many amendments.
So, but now the judge is going. The Supreme Court is going to vote on that at some point. So, what do you actually, in your opinion, okay? What do you think the outcome is going to come out of that?
Well, I have no idea. I don't know. First time I've ever heard about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it all depends on the judge, right?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. So
the fact that the Supreme Court is heavily conservative really doesn't help.
Well,
it's a pretty conservative court. They have a 6-3 judge advantage.
Well, I mean, you got Coney Barrett. Okay, she's a Republican.
Yeah, she's a conservative-leaning justice.
Yeah, she is, and one of the best judges too that we have.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean,
I don't know. They're all terrible. They're all terrible. I don't have any opinions on the newest one that was just appointed a couple months back. I don't know. Ketanji Brown Jackson. I don't really have an opinion on her because she just got in.
Yeah, but I mean, would you? But I mean, look at some of the Democratic judges. You know what I'm saying, that we have on there. I mean, I personally don't like any of them myself. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you mean the liberal leaning justices?
Yeah, I don't like any of them myself because what they, you never know with them. You know what I'm saying? First they say one thing, then they say another.
Well, I mean, I just really don't like them, like any of them, really.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, it's...
Well, I mean, Sotomayor's decent. Sotomayor's decent. Gorsuch is okay in some cases. And, And again, I really don't have any opinions on Ketanji because she was just appointed like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't like the whole Supreme Court, how it's just so political. I really don't like that.
Well, I mean, that's your opinion. Yeah, I mean, you like I told you before, James. You have the right to your opinion, and you know, and I'm just a radio show. I have the right to my opinion, and you know, Scott and all.
I know it's your show. I know.
Yeah, everybody has. That's why I like people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I just can't talk about, you know what I'm saying, you know, not having anybody on my show, you know what I'm saying, somebody with different opinion. I can't just...
Wait, not talking about... But dude, it's your show. You can talk about whatever you want.
No. But, I mean, I like, you know, different opinions on things, you know what I'm saying? So, that's just how I work, you know what I'm saying? You know, when I do a show, I like different opinions. You know, whether if a person's a Democrat, whether if a person's a Republican, whether if a person's independent. I like different opinions, you know what I'm saying? Just to see where I'm going with this. You know what I'm saying? So different opinions are nice.
Well, I thought you would agree with me that the Supreme Court is just not good where it is.
Well, I mean,
because again, the justices are basically politicians. They're the ones that get appointed by them.
Well, I mean, they have their up and downs, you know what I'm saying, on everything.
I mean, especially with Justice Clarence Thomas and how like a mega billionaire GOP donor basically donates him so much money.
Yeah, well,
to, like, sway decisions. So that's why I don't like the current Supreme Court.
Well, I mean,
just the fact that so many justices can be influenced by politicians. Which has been going on for a long time.
Well, maybe ever since I was a kid growing up, probably. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And not knowing it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I wish we can just get politics out of the Supreme Court in general.
Yeah.
But I wish that. I wish, I wish they would actually have mandatory retirement ages.
Yeah.
In the Supreme Court, because they don't have it. They don't have it, but in the state level courts they do.
Well, it's 67.
Well, that's on some states, but on the federal level, on the U.S. Supreme Court, they don't have a retirement age. They're appointed for life.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that. There's also no ethics. Yeah, there's no like codes of ethics in the Supreme Court, but there are some on the state level.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what? After this show, I'm gonna look up and see what the retirement age is, in the federal level. And see if they may have put it in there, but not. They may have put it in there, but I'm gonna look and see.
Oh, that's probably some state level court you looked up. But yeah, there's no mandatory age retirements in the federal one. They're appointed life terms. But again, I don't know who came up with that.
Me either. I was just a kid, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who came up with that. I wish I knew, but that's a good point. You know what I'm saying that's something actually to look up, because and then when I find out, then I'll talk about it. I'll say, hey, guess what?
Well, why don't you look it up right now?
I'm on the phone with you. You called into my show.
Well, you have a computer, don't you?
Not in front of me.
Okay.
Matter of fact, that other computer that I had was I'll tell you later about it.
All right, but there's also a representative named Lauren Boebert. She recently just moved to another district. Colorado's 4th, and she's going to be running there.
Well, we'll see what happens there.
So, look, I think she's a massive coward for doing this. I really think so.
I don't have an opinion on that right now. But I'm going to not, I don't have an opinion right now on that because when you sent me that, I looked at it and I was like, I was, and I was shocked. Today. My show today was supposed to be about the Flint. Believe it or not, they're gonna vandalize. They're gonna do the Flint over here, over, and yeah.
Do the Flint? What does that even mean?
The Flint. In other words, they're gonna get the Flint a makeover.
Oh, are they finally gonna do that?
Yeah, they're finally gonna give the Flint a makeover. So yeah, the Flint's gonna I don't know when the Flint's gonna get a makeover, but they are gonna get a makeover. So, but Mayor Paul Coogan's still kicking the can down the road. You know?
Coogan?
Yeah. If you look at the Herald News, yeah, Coogan's still kicking the can down the road. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. What happens if we? What happens if we, gave all these politicians, right? Pay them a minimum wage instead of paying them high salary. You think they would stay on the job?
I would say probably not.
Yeah. So they won't stay on the job. You know what I'm saying? They'll say, oh, I'm getting paid a low minimum wage. I ain't going to stay on the job. Let's give them a minimum wage and see how they like it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? Let's just give all the politicians minimum wage to those politicians who don't agree with raising our minimum wages. Let's do that to them and see how they like it.
Well, you won't see many.
Yeah.
We're getting. Hey, did you know that our minimum wage is going up to $6.25 an hour?
25. Yeah.
16.
Yeah, 16.25.
Yeah. We'll see what happens from there.
Hey, you know what? Kudos to the state for doing that.
But we want to tie. Well, let's talk about that. We want to tie our minimum wage into tie the minimum wage into the gross that when we work. You know what I'm saying? Say you work. Say you gross like $2,000, right? And I'm gonna say I'm gonna come up with a number. Say you pay like $550 for rent, right? So you add the gross, you add the rent, and and I think that's how you tie your rent right in there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that works, but I mean my brain is fucking tired.
Okay, but I mean that's not a bad idea. I've also came up with a system to do it by a county system.
Yeah.
So basically, just calculating the cost of living in various counties in the country.
Yeah.
And maybe set up minimum wages like that.
I mean that could work.
So that way, like small businesses won't get hurt that much, and rents won't go up.
That actually could work.
I mean that's something that I came up with.
That's something you came up with. I came up with using the gross. Say you make $2,000 and
yeah.
And say you grossing $2,000, right? And your rent's $550. So you add your gross and plus your rent, and there it is. There's your rent right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, we could do that. You do the counting system that I came up with, or use universal basic income.
Well, universal basic income. Yeah, you could use that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what universal basic income is.
Well, I would look it up if I were you. It's I think it's very solid.
You think it is? Well, let me look it up and let me see what it is, and I will I'll talk about it again. But on Monday, I'm gonna have a very special guest on my show. And I'm not gonna give it away, but he's a very special guest, and I've known him for a long time, and he's going to be on my show, and I encourage you to listen in.
All right, but well, for people who don't know what universal basic income is, it's basically a government program in which adult citizens receives a set amount of money regularly.
Yeah.
Or in other words, it's a social welfare proposal in which citizens are given regular receive they receive a minimum income basically per month that would cover basic living expenses.
Yeah.
So I mean, it has been tried in other places and countries, and it's turned out to work.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, I think that's something that would definitely benefit America.
Oh, Jake wants you to call him.
Oh, Jake.
Yeah. He's. But the reason why I said that is because while you were on the phone.
Yeah. Well, I'll call him afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think universal basic income would definitely help out the country a lot.
Yeah. Let me look that up and see what it says. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll actually so I'll let you know what it says. Yeah, Turtle Boy. He was arrested again.
Okay.
Turtle Boy. You know Turtle Boy?
No.
Well, he's a I don't know. He's also a radio host.
Okay.
Yeah, podcaster, and yeah, he's got some pretty good shows, and he was actually helping this woman out. You know what I'm saying, but they I don't know, they for some reason they turned against him, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So poor guy. Yeah, Turtle Boy, really nice guy. I listen to his shows a lot. You know.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else was I going to mention? Oh, RFK Jr.
Oh yeah.
He just recently got ballot access in Utah.
Really? Yeah, I saw it right there.
He recently got ballot access to that state.
Hmm.
And I mean, it looks like it looks like he might get ballot access to every state.
Yeah.
Although we don't know, but if he does, he might be a spoiler for the federal election.
He might. We'll see.
No, I mean, if he does gain ballot access in all states, I think he'll definitely spoil votes from both Trump and Biden.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Because he's seen as the less toxic candidate compared to those two.
Yeah. Well, matter of fact, Trump just got back. Is going to be on the ballot in Colorado.
Well, there's still a federal Supreme Court case on that. So.
Yeah, he is gonna. He's going to be on the ballot.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
So he is going to be on the ballot because, for the fact is that, again, you know what I'm saying, no sitting president and no former president shouldn't be, off the ballot. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, on both sides. I think both sides is ugly. You know what I'm saying? So, nobody...
Well, I mean, if any president has a conviction on various crimes, then I think they should be excluded. But again, Trump's not convicted of anything, so
he's not. He didn't. He wasn't convicted of anything. I mean, and there's no reason why to take him off the ballot in Colorado. They used that 14th Amendment for too soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they used it too early. They should have waited until Trump's trial in March or May, and then if he was actually convicted on that, then
Well, they can't use it now because it would be what do you call it? Double jeopardy.
double jeopardy.
Yeah, double jeopardy attaches. If you put like,
hold on. Do you know what double jeopardy means?
yes, I do. You cannot try somebody. You cannot try somebody twice
Well, yeah, with the same crime. Yeah.
with the same crime. But
But here's the thing. Trump hasn't been. That hasn't happened to Trump.
no, it hasn't happened. But now I think it applies to the 14th Amendment too. That you cannot impose the 14th Amendment, twice on somebody.
Well, it's only been used once against him.
Yeah, I know, but you can't do it again though.
Well, yeah, you can. Yeah, because that's double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy attaches. Everybody forgets about that. I don't know why. Why is that?
I don't know either.
But what? But why is it seem that I always remember?
I don't know.
No, but like I said, I'm gonna have a special guest on my show. He's I've known him ever since I was a kid, growing up, and and I like you to listen in. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about politics. We're gonna be talking about something else.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you're gonna love it. But I will not say it on here. But I don't want to ruin the surprise though.
Oh, all right.
So I don't want to ruin the surprise.
All right. Well, I think that's it for me. I just only wanted to say a few things.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Like I said, James, I mean, I have valid everybody's opinion, and that's why I try to have people call in. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I try to have people call in on my show, so that way I like to listen to their opinions too. You know what I'm saying? You know, I do. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to let people know right now. I mean, they can call in, and if anybody else has an opinion on all these conversations that were said today, please call in. And my number is 774-309-0736. How easy is it? Just dial the number and just call in and say, hey, I have an opinion. That's all you got to do, right? No, I like to hear other people's opinions on things, because I mean, I don't like to, like how they say it, I don't want to fight with people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, and I want people to be sensitive. I want to have people be sensitive. Okay, well, look it. All right, if you have an opinion, okay, I respect your opinion, but now hear what I have to say and respect mine. You know what I'm saying? It works on both sides. It does. It works very well, because my grandmother told me that. My grandmother always said, always listen to somebody else's opinion. Don't regard anybody's opinion. Listen to their opinion. Listen to what they have to say, because it could be important. Same goes here. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Jake's talking.
It's just a connection.
Yeah.
But I gotta get going.
If you want to call Jake, and he's ready for your phone call, I guess.
All right.
So I'll see you at work tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, James. Take care.
All right.
You have a good night, and I will see you then.
All right. See you later. Bye.
All right, buddy. So yeah, I mean that's just it. I mean, you have to listen to people's opinions on things. Okay, you have to, because I mean, because their opinion matters too. I mean, everybody's opinion matters. Everybody's opinion matters. So I mean, everybody's opinion matters. Including mine, including anybody's opinion, because sometimes their opinions are important. You know. Everybody's opinion's important. You know what I'm saying? And we have to, and you got to understand that you can't just regard anybody's opinion. People have to have, their they have rights too, to freedom, to expression, and all of this. You know. And a lot of people always have. So, but right now, it's 8 o'clock, and actually it's 8:01 now, and I'm gonna end this charade. I'm gonna end this show, and I'm going to, go and spend some time, with my family now. So, and that's it. So, and you guys can go and listen to Right Side Broadcast Network is live right now. So you can actually go live there. You can actually go listen to them right now too. So I want thank everybody. Scott Allen Donnelly, thank you for watching. James Kilgus, thank you for watching. Thank everybody for watching, and I will be on Monday at 6 o'clock with my special guest, and you guys are gonna love. This show. So I'm going to do the weather now before I leave. Give you a 5-day forecast. It's rainy conditions expected around 2 p.m. 2 a.m. I'm sorry. Highs 49s, lows 43s. Today cloudy. Tomorrow cloudy and a little bit of rain. Cloudy on Saturday. Sunday a little bit of sunshine. 30, 41. So that's your 5-day forecast from Fall River Media News. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. And don't dream. Take care.